Hey, what's up everyone? Mike here in the BFH Garage. They told me sitting there surfing my phone would never pay off. Well, I'm here to tell you I'm the early bird getting to the junkyard this morning, so we'll see what happens here. They got a 99 TJ that came into the yard and it looks pretty promising. Looks like it's a full Jeep. But we'll see. It got in late yesterday, so if somebody was there late yesterday, they could have already picked some of those parts. We'll see when we get there. I really wish the U-Pole would add the VIN numbers to the vehicle description like the LKQ does. Then you can do the build sheet and see what's all on there. But instead, I have to drive damn near an hour to get there and take my chances. So we're about ready to find out. I love doing this. Like I said, it's like fishing. You just never know what you're going to get, and we're going to have some fun doing it. So this should be a good time. I just did one of these recently too. Less than a month ago, and I got there and I didn't have time to do any video work because everybody was there trying to pull parts and stuff off it, and I didn't have time to do anything. Otherwise I'd have not got anything. And on that pick I actually grabbed a new transmission, that 32RH transmission, so I'm going to be swapping that into my Jeep eventually. So that was a really good find, and that one was actually already out of the Jeep, set in the bed of it, like somebody was doing work on it and then just turned over to the Jeep to the junkyard. So it'll be interesting to see. Anyway, let's get to the junkyard and see what we get. Let's see, early bird gets a worm. I'm gonna take the grill, see what axle we got. The dreaded Dana 35. It's got the manual transmission. It's got a crap ton of rust in the floorboard, but I better get picking before somebody else starts getting here. All right, we're back from the junkyard. This run was a bust, unfortunately. That Jeep ended up being a 2.5. There's not a lot of usable parts on there for me. However, I'm a grill collector, so I got to keep my art collection going. So I got my grill. I ended up picking up the, there's another Jeep there that was a 98, and the one I got the automatic transmission out of last time. I wish I'd have documented that, but I didn't. But it was stripped enough now that the steering sector shaft was sitting pretty much in the open, so I went ahead and grabbed that because there's always people that are complaining that they think their stuff might be too loose or something's worn. So this is going to be a good one to check over, make sure it feels good and tight. It feels like it right now, but I'll give it a little bit better look. And then we could swap it out if necessary to see if that's somebody's problem or not. The last thing I grabbed was a, from that 98, was I grabbed the steering box. And the only reason I really grabbed it, I already have an extra one, but this one, again, everything was sitting right there, 3 bolts to remove it, and pretty cheap. I can port it, tap it for hydro assist, rebuild it, and then end up selling it. So, you know, good little hobby work for me, but this is all there is out of this run. Not great, but I've seen worse. So, and just because we're in the spirit of junkyard pulls, I'm going to go ahead and show you that transmission I picked up. So out of that 98, which my Jeep's a 98, so everything's perfect for it, I picked up all of the parts for it. The only thing I don't have is the PCM, but I can get mine flashed. Everything will be good. The hard parts to get are going to be the oil dipstick tube and the dipstick. But I have the selectors, I have the cables I need, I have just about everything minus the cooling lines, which are cut, so I'll have to get a new one of those. But I'm going to rebuild this thing. I'm going to get a deep pan for it. I'm going to do a vent relocation, all that stuff on it. So this was a great find for the 100 and, I think with the core it was like $150. It cost me $125 with a $25 core. So this is a great find right here. Again, I just had to get after it because everybody was at that Jeep looking at it and wanting to scalp everything off it, so I just had to get to work. Best wife in the world got me a new neon sign for the shop. All right, we'll see y'all.